this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
Welcome to the ThinkSoJoE Show! Look who's ready in his chair.
Yes.
John, ready in his chair for
You're
once.
damn right.
You made it. You love hot moms.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Nice. Appropriate you have the Jason shirt on because we are playing Friday the 13th this year and next month. No, not next month, but October.
October.
With XM Priory, hometown show for us.
Yes.
Coming back to Niagara Falls.
Fortunately.
Unfortunately, yeah. We are also coming back to Buffalo in November. We just announced that last night.
Yeah.
Officially, us and Shambles and Main
Finally.
Breaker. Yeah. Finally, it's been 4 years. We're finally on a bill with Shambles.
Fuck Shambles.
Got new friends in Main Breaker. They're joining us on that one. It's been a week, man.
Yeah, man.
We Thursday night, we're on the way back to drop our bass player off, and we found out that Rick Jenneret died. And like even Joe, who does not watch sports, went no. You know, like that's a huge blow to the community. So we went with the blue and gold lights today. I can change them if I want to because I have a lighting console now.
He always gets these new toys.
It's not new. I've had it. I got this like those lights that you got at your house. Yeah. I got this like right when I got those, but it never worked with those, even though they're the same brand.
Oh, really?
They're the same brand. The lighting brand and this brand are the same brand, but this does not work with those. It works with these cheap-ass ones I just got. Hey, Jasmine.
Hey.
Jasmine's here.
What's up?
At least somebody's here. Where the hell's Laura?
Yeah, where the fuck are you, Laura? What about you, Joe?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, at least somebody's watching. Shout out
She's
to...
a dedicated fan.
Shout out to John Johnson, who got some bad news this morning. I don't want to talk about that on the air. That's his business, but shout out to him. Hope everything goes well for him. I'll tell you in the song break what's going on. But
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's been a hard week to be a Buffalonian because we lost Rick Jenneret, and it's been just. I was texting Ryan on Friday, I think. Yeah, because RJ died Thursday night. I was texting Ryan Friday. Yes, John loves your mom too. Anyway, I was texting Ryan on Friday, and he was just like, I mentioned RJ, and he goes, "Oh, dude, I'm literally, and I don't mean figuratively, I mean literally sitting here crying, bawling my eyes out." Like, I've been listening to WGR all day, and I've been listening to, RJ calls all day. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on the bus about to listen to some RJ calls, so. And then I went and spent $95 at the record store.
Brian will be very proud of you.
That I stuck to under $100. I came home with 5 records and a CD. The CD was free, though. So we're wandering around the record store, and my buddy's like, "Oh, look at the CDs," and I'm like, "Oh, hey, look, the one CD I want doesn't have a price on it." And he says, "Well, in my opinion, that means it's free." And I said, "Yeah, okay, boomer." And then the guy at the counter goes, "Oh no, if there's no price on them, they're promo. You just take one." Like, oh, okay. So now I own Vapor Store by Virus X. I got it for free at the record store. I don't know. They just gave it to me. So that's cool. I could buy their vinyl. They have their vinyl there, which was actually released under the Rick Miami Experience rather than Virus X. But They have that at the record store, but I want to directly buy it from Virus X because they have the Virus X sticker on the vinyl now. So, you know. But yeah, picked up like 5 records. Was listening to a couple of them earlier. Got a couple of them cataloged now. I was listening to Supertramp, Breakfast in America. It's like one of those records where if you don't have that record, you don't have a record collection, right?
Yeah.
So, like, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, you know, I'm buying this. Threw it on the pile. Fuzz is here. What's up, Fuzz? Welcome.
On?
Yeah, man. But, yeah, we had a productive band practice last week. It's been...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started writing something new.
You came in... Oh, we didn't do a show last week. We haven't been here in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we've been here. Yeah.
We took that mental health break last week. Forgot all about that.
Yeah. Took a week off.
Yeah. So now we're back with
We're
new
all
toys.
happy. Smiles.
We're doing good. It says there's 3 people on YouTube chat, but they're silent. Ooh. Make yourselves known, YouTube people.
Yeah, please.
Jump in the chat.
We don't bite.
I'm sure some of them have premium, so they just literally put this on and throw it in their pocket because they don't have to have the screen on. Because that's what I was doing with those Rick Jenneret calls the other day. I got on the bus and I had it on YouTube and just turned my screen off, threw it in my pocket. I was just listening to, Mayday, Mayday. And I knew I was gonna do a Rick Jenneret thumbnail this week, so it was like I was gonna put a hockey net and just put a jar of cookies on top of it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, nah, you know what? Let me see if I can find a decent picture of a headset. And I got whatever the hell the thumbnail is this week, which is just a set of headphones on a microphone. I was like, yeah, that seems appropriate. Let's do that one. Yeah. You're quiet this week, John.
I know. I'm always quiet. You know this.
You're quieter this week, John. So is the chat, though. So I guess that goes hand in hand. Usually you're interacting with them, so, you know.
Yeah, they're good at that.
Yeah, usually. Jill's here.
Hi, Joe.
There you go. Now you got somebody to interact with.
Welcome to the show. You didn't miss much.
Nope. John loves hot moms. Hot moms love John. They get moist.
Hey, what?
There, I said it. That was the word of the day, moist. I was challenged to say moist on today's show.
Well,
it's literally written right there.
My hat was... Oh,
there you go.
Right there, yeah. I'm glad my hat can help you.
Yes. I mean, I would have found a way to sneak it in anyway, but...
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was just appropriate because you have that hot mom's hat on.
Yeah, it's true. True.
Apparently Jill and Jasmine are going to have a song together.
I didn't know that.
I don't know. That's what it says in the chat.
Oh, boy.
You're just looking at me funny. I'm like, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
It could be a good thing or a bad thing. I'm kind of scared.
I don't know. Have you heard Jasmine on any of the POTUS songs that she's on? She did the Christmas song. Yeah, Jill apparently doesn't know anything about this either, so... All I know is we're playing Music is Art, September 9th, 5 o'clock, skate park stage.
Be there.
Just show up at Riverworks and just park yourself in front of the skate park tent. Or a skate park stage, rather. Because, that's the best stage they've ever done in the history of Music is Art. Like, that is the best stage that has ever graced that festival.
No, they're just talking to ourselves.
Yeah, I see that. They're having a conversation amongst themselves. But yeah, best stage in all of the Music is Art Festival.
You could see it right when you walk into the building.
You got to kind of walk around to get to it, but it's because it's on the back rink.
Yeah,
but
you can.
But yeah, once you get in there, walk around and go to the back and go to the stage. And if you're walking in, it's on the left side of the back rink. So you go to the back rink, you go all the way across, sit down in front of that stage, do not move for the entirety of the show, because that's the best stage they've ever done at Music is Art. There is not a bad artist on that stage.
Except for us.
Right, exactly. That's just it. Like, I don't say that because we're on that stage at all. But, like, literally, I mean, have you seen some of the bands that are on this? Grizzly Run is on this stage. Urban Achievers are playing with Robbie Takak later in the day on that stage. Skamagachi. We're in between We Were Blank and Amateur Hockey Club. Like, this is the best stage they've ever put together for Music is Art.
Yeah.
Apparently
Well-
Terry Funk died? Laura's in the
what?
chat. She says, R.I.P. Terry Funk.
Oh, shit.
This is news to me.
Well, welcome to the show, Laura.
Yeah, welcome. Is this true? Let's find out. Terry Funk. Terry Funk was an American professional wrestler, died August 23rd, 2023. So yes, Terry Funk died. You hear it here.
Holy shit.
I did not know that. So yes, rest in peace, hardcore legend Terry Funk.
Damn.
I didn't know that. That was
Me
news
either.
to me. So that, yeah. I spent the last like couple hours just trying to make room in this studio because I had like a big lighting rig set up and I had all this other shit going. And I was like, you know, there's not enough room for me to get to my chair. So I had to kind of make room. You introduced Jill to the world of Ronnie Radke.
Yeah.
The musical world of Ronnie Radke, not the personal life of Ronnie Radke.
I made her a fan. I created a monster.
Yeah, I'm not giving that guy money.
Oh, Joey, join the dark side. He's not a bad guy.
It's not what I've heard.
There's a lot of rumors about him, but he is a genius at music.
That doesn't make him a good
genius.
person.
He believed the internet. He's a good man. Joe gets it. I get it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's a lot of people who are good at music who are not good people. Being good at music does not make you a good person. Trust me, I know. Laura is traveling right now.
You're traveling.
She's traveling.
Wait, you're not coming to Buffalo, are you?
She says she's moving in with you.
Ah! Sorry.
No, you're only
right.
supposed to scream real loud when we say the word of the day, which is moist.
Ah! Lock the doors, Mom. We're watching this.
Jill says Laura's traveling to her fridge.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. A random Laura followed Jasmine on Instagram the other day. It was not our Laura. Jasmine's going to Phoenix tomorrow. I am going to your house tomorrow.
I am going to my house, too.
Yeah.
And practice.
Going to your house like I do every Thursday night. But Jill's going to Cleveland on Sunday. I just agreed to work Sunday, so I'm staying home, apparently.
Oh. That'll be have fun, Joe.
Yeah, have fun.
Kind of sad I don't get to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it's okay.
Yeah. We'll just randomly go one of these days. You just get a car and be like, let's go. Like, all right, cool.
One day.
Laura's Instagram is apparently under her real name.
Your real name's not Laura?
No, her real name's not Laura. Haven't we told you this?
No.
No, her real name. I don't know her actual real name. And her business name. How was the concert? The concert was good. Dexter can't sing anymore, apparently, but the concert was good.
I'll take pictures for John.
But they'll be blurry. You just go on the Yellow Sauce Facebook page. We got pictures from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when we went there.
Oh, I'm glad everybody went except for me. My real name is Lisa John.
Yep. I knew that much.
Your middle name is John.
No, her middle name is not John. There's a comma there.
Lisa.
My real name is Lisa, comma, John. Meaning she's addressing you, telling you that her name is Lisa.
Okay.
John's going to learn grammar working on this show.
I am.
He really is. He's going to learn how to read.
Could barely do that.
We'll eventually teach him how to spell.
Oh, God. You need a priest. Hail Marys. Oh, it's going to be a long way when I get to know how to spell. Oh, boy.
There's some words that still trip me up, too, so it's
Oy
all
vey.
good. Yeah. Lisa Marie is her real first name, so. With a hyphen in between.
Hyphen?
Yeah, a hyphen.
Hyphen?
That's the dash. John was elected to lead, not to read.
Exactly.
I get that reference.
Jazzy gets it. Yes. Thank you. Exactly
Jasmine,
the point.
Jasmine with the first Simpsons quote of the day. Which is usually me. I'm usually the only one dropping Simpsons references on this show. I was watching The Muppet Show last night. Because it's on... No, you didn't miss it. You guys are actually... I think you're last. You're whatever order... whatever order we put you in the... On the promo. That's where you're going. I think you guys are like the last song. The Dirty Pennies were playing today. Actually, I should... Yeah, right there. I got it in order here. Mostly. I think I lost one.
What happened to your red hat?
It's back there. It's under a black hat. Running out of room for hat storage. I keep ending up with new hats. I had to rock this one today, though. In honor of RJ. You got to grab that banner right there, if you can, without knocking everything off there. There you go. Got the banner. I was going to hang the banner, but I don't have anywhere to hang it, so. John's going to hang it off the brim of his cap. It's a good look for you. Right here. Sloth is right. He's missing an eye, though. He lost an eye. The rosemary hat's under a blue hat back there. Today is not an appropriate day to wear the red hat. Today's an appropriate day to wear this hat. John's looking around. John's looking for something. I know what he's looking for.
Oh, ready. There you go.
That's what he was looking for. He was looking for a guitar pick. Which I didn't have any on me at the Offspring show the other day. Which was weird. Like, I usually have them on me. But I took my container out of my pocket when I went to Metallica. Mm-hmm. And then I just never put it back, I guess. I don't even know. I think it's in my bag over here or something. I don't know. There's a whole couple of bags of picks in one of my bags, so.
What's going on? John's the
sloth.
I'm the sloth.
This is the sloth. He lost an eye. I got to fix that. I don't know where it went.
John drop fighting.
Nope.
No.
That's not what she meant. She meant stop. She wrote drop. Shut him down, open up shop.
Oh. John, how much do you weigh now? Oh, I don't know, actually. 2 days ago, I was like 123.
I was 221 the other day, so I weigh just under 100 pounds over you now.
I can't gain weight. I try.
Mark says he'll take the hot dads who were abandoned by the hot moms.
John loves hot moms. Yep. Yes, I do.
Yes, he does. When you get to be our ages,
yes,
that's all you can find are moms, so you got to find the hot ones, right? You got to love the hot moms. Jill says she's 20 pounds over you.
It's pretty hard to keep my figure. I eat, then the highest I'll go is like 126, and then drop back down.
Dude, I'd be happy at like 186.
I'm trying to get him 130. That's my goal.
John's 18. She says Joe's age.
Joe's age? Oh. Well, let's see. What is it, 2023? He was born in 1702. 1,558 years old. Wow.
I was born in 1702. Is that what you said?
Yeah. That's what Brian would say. I gotta keep the legacy going here.
Dude, I'm at this Offspring show the other day, and I looked up on the way, like, when did I see the Offspring for the first time? In 1999. I'm like, I guarantee.
That was your prime.
I guarantee there were kids here that were not born when I saw the Offspring the first time. Dad, did you get your Vegas tickets yet? No. Joe was born in 1776. Dad, what's your middle name? My middle name is J, just the letter J. It is not J-A-Y like Homer J. Simpson. It is just the letter J. That is my entire middle name. True story. I dated a girl once, and she didn't have a middle name. So between the two of us, we had one letter for a middle name.
Really?
True story. Yeah. Dad, if you opened a business, what would it be? ThinkSoJoE Digital Media. We're in the studio right now. This is where this is my business. I work here. Literally a logo right in front of me. And on the door. And then there's my other business. This one, The Living Brain Dead. You can buy this water bottle on shop.livingbraindead.com. You can.
You can.
We got new flags available in the store. They're based on some new stage banners we just got.
Oh yeah.
We got
We're gonna be debuting those.
we got basketball jerseys and basketball shorts in the shop.
All right.
We got dresses in the shop now. Skirt and I think a skirt. I think we have a skirt and a dress.
Skirt, dress.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we added some stuff over the last. That's all a couple of months ago. We added a lot of that. Fuck.
What's she say?
She says we're changing our band name to Up Off Our Knees. I know about that. She texted me and told me about that. So
Yeah. Yeah, I had a discussion with the band last night about that. No, don't get there's just no.
I was trying to be nice about it. I said it sounded like a Christian rock band, and
It sounded wrong.
Jill disagreed with me on that. She thought it sounded like something else. So
We're still we
Yeah,
still
come up
haven't
with a-
come up with the name
come
yet.
up with a better name.
That was off the list. I told the guys last night about that. That was off the list. All right, look, I've been doing this for 18 years.
And you've had bands with
and-
shitty names except for this one.
Yes, this would be Wayne Shitty. on our knees. Just no.
That was yeah, Jill texted me that, and I'm just like this boy's doomed to be in bands with shitty fucking names except for this one.
I would not play on the bass drum. I would not. I told him I'm not going to another band practice if you're gonna call that band that name.
Right?
Change it.
Trying to pull up the
And then I found out when I got there they were joking.
Oh, okay.
You motherfuckers.
Skirts and dresses. It's loading. Hold on.
Thought they were serious.
So we have a skirt and we have a dress. The dress is, it's got our word mark across the top. I don't know, that's not going to focus unless we kind of Hide. Still not focusing. It's not focusing. It's got our word mark across the top, and then it's the shaded skull on the like in a pattern on the bottom. And then the skirt is like the old school white skull, just in a pattern. So, Jasmine says she just saw the dress. She's in love. Yeah.
You got booty shorts, do we?
We do have booty shorts. I think she already has those, actually. Jasmine buys all our shit, man. Literally, if she finds out we have merch, she's like, buying it.
Sold.
Yep. Let's see. Latest. What do we got? What else do we got here? If we go by latest. We've got the flag. We've got the basketball jersey.
Oh, that's sick.
The skirt and the dress. We got basketball shorts with the logo on them. And then it's cat girls and hoodie. There's a new hoodie in here somewhere. I thought there was a new hoodie.
Yeah, starting on our page.
Let me hit hoodies. So I'm pretty sure we got a new hoodie. There it is. The zip hoodie with the new logo, with the newer version of the skull logo. Yeah, that one. I gotta get one of those.
Me too. I'm gonna release 2 songs.
Jasmine says she's actually wearing the shorts. POTUS Triple H is gonna release 2 songs with Jill's vocals before we do. Yeah,
we really need to work on that.
I put we gotta hook everything back up so we can record.
Oh my God. Oh my John. Look at all that hair. What? Wait, what?
Huh? Where?
Where?
Where does John have hair?
Hey, shut up. We're not bald yet.
You keep wearing hats, you're gonna be.
No. No, you can't lose your hair wearing hats.
I don't know. That's what I was always told, and I'm going bald, and I always wore hats.
Washing it too much.
On John's head. Yeah, your hair is growing back, man. When's the last time you cut your hair?
Oh, 3 or 4 months ago.
Yeah, so you got all that hair on your head, man. It's all growing back. Look at all that hair. You'll be back to axle length in no time.
I'm like emo kid now.
Yeah, I went and saw The Offspring the other night, and I saw so many of my
headliner?
friends. Yeah, they headlined. Sum 41 and Simple Plan were the openers. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I saw them back in the 90s because like Dexter's voice is not there. As soon as they opened with Come Out and Play, right?
Yeah.
And as soon as they start playing, it's like, okay, well, they tuned down a little bit because Dexter can't hit those high notes anymore. Mm-hmm. So they tuned down a little bit so that it makes it easier on his voice, but then he starts singing, and it's like, dude, what the fuck happened to his voice?
What kind of... Say what?
Jasmine forgot I had hair.
I've never seen it, so...
Or when I take my hat off, she's like, who is that? And Jill says, John, what kind of fruit should she buy? Cantaloupe. There's the money melon. Yeah, watermelon. I got watermelon. Watermelon's always good.
Oh, yeah.
Joe had braids, not got braids, had braids. Bananas. Bananas. There's a reaction to a Gwen Stefani reference.
No doubt.
Jill says those require effort. She wants fruit she doesn't have to peel. Get apples.
Apples.
Apples are always a winning fruit.
You can peel apples if you want to. But
You could peel apples.
a lot of people do.
I got an apple corer. It cores it into it does 12 slices, and it's got a little thing on the bottom. You fold it closed, you hit it, and it just pops all the pieces right out. Really easy to clean. Saw it on a YouTube, check out these Amazon deals videos, one of those things.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to play some music here, but first we're going to tell you about a show coming up. I think this is the first one we're playing. I don't know what the hell I did here. Oh, no. This is the one we're playing first. Okay. This one is tomorrow night, August 24th. Doors at 6:30, ages 18 plus, $15 pre-sale tickets, $20 day of the show at Stamps the Bar, 98 Main Street in Tonawanda. And this is, the show is Hoods and Brick by Brick with Juggernaut, Dishonored, and Claymore. And this is Dishonored, and this song is called Least on all WNY. Think So Joe Show. All right, we're back. That was Dishonored, song called Least. You can catch them tomorrow night at Stamps the Bar.
That was heavy.
Don't get yourself into a 100-person brawl, apparently, but at Stamps the Bar. But I digress. Anyway, I found that whole post and all the comments on it and all that. Like after Shane was reading it to us on the way back to his place. I don't know what the fuck happened, man, but apparently the rap battle lived up to its name on Thursday last week. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Hoods with Brick by Brick, Juggernaut, Dishonored, and Claymore tomorrow night. Doors at 6:30, ages 18 and up, $15 pre-sale tickets, $20 day of show at Stamps the Bar. Tickets available at purplepass.com/hoods. Which is also a non-Googleable name. Like if you type in Hoods, you're going to get like hoodies. Right? So I don't know, it works for them apparently. We were talking about during the song break Googleable band names.
Yes.
And like if you're trying to come up with a name for a band these days and you're trying to be found, you know, if you type in The Living Brain Dead on Google, you're going to get us. Cuz there's like us and like a clothing brand that doesn't do anything that has this that we share a name with. And they're cool with us. Like we've been cool with them. Like they were watching our live stream commenting in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, when we did that live stream back in 2020. But yeah, it's that's one of the things, you gotta be marketable. You gotta be able to, in this day and age, you gotta be able to find yourself, on Google and Facebook. Like if you can't, like if I type in hoods, I guarantee I'm getting hundreds of results. Jill's gotta go. She says toodaloo.
Bye, Jill.
Bye, Jill. We'll see you tomorrow. So that that's something to think about. There's this big controversy. I don't know how. Were you on Facebook at all over the last couple of days, seeing all this happen, all this going on?
With
This big controversy in
I
the
think
music
so.
scene here.
Yeah, I believe Jill told me.
Okay, so there's this a film called Dead Alive from 1992. Okay. Anyway. So there's this whole thing going on. This Elmwood Arts Festival of some kind. I don't know the name off the top of my head. They had originally told the bands that were playing on it that they were going to get paid.
Oh, no, I didn't hear this.
You didn't hear this. Okay. They originally told the bands that they were going to get paid, only to then say, "Oh no, we're not paying you." Just before the festival. The festival hasn't happened yet. And actually, Jackrabbit and some other local businesses stepped up and were like, fuck it, we'll pay the bands. I guess it's probably a sponsorship deal of some kind, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Right? They're probably like, we'll pay the bands, you just throw our name on a fucking stage, something like that, right? I did not get my tickets to They Live. I don't know if I'm available for either of the nights that it's playing, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But what stemmed from this was a lot of differing opinions. No, Jackrabbit shouldn't have to do shit. If the venue, if the company that's putting on this organization, the organization that's doing this show told them they're getting paid, they should just fucking pay them. But that's like, oh, I fucked. And the other thing was, they're like, but if you do well this year, then we might bring you back and pay you next year.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, that's fucking bullshit because you told them they'd get paid this year. Now, this all kind of stemmed into another whole debate amongst musicians of, I've seen a lot of professional musicians who do this for a living saying, oh, bands shouldn't play for free ever. I disagree. I don't think they got it in writing. I think it was just like, well, maybe they got, I would imagine there's emails exchanged that said, hey, we're going to pay you. And now they're saying, hey, we're not going to. But is it breach of contract if they're saying, like, if you don't want to, I don't know if they probably said, if you don't want to play, you don't have to, But like, I disagree to an extent on the don't play gigs for free thing. Because there were people who were like, oh, I'll never play music as art because they don't pay the artists. It's a fucking nonprofit. This is literally, like, they are putting money into this to spread awareness of this charity, right? Like,
Yeah.
How come all these musicians are bent out of shape about people playing for free and then get exploited at their shitty minimum wage job? So here's the, yes, if you pay me, I will. Anyway, anyway, what was I saying? But the people who are complaining about bands playing for free, they are the ones who, exploiting bands is just another fallout of capitalism. Yeah, everything's a fallout of capitalism in this country. Anyway, but like, we're talking about, professional musicians, people who literally don't do anything else. This is what they do for a living, is they go and they're playing every single night somewhere and they're getting paid for these jobs, right? For these gigs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we get paid for gigs too. We don't get paid a lot for gigs.
No.
But like, individually, nobody's getting paid in this band.
No.
Like, everything we get is going into marketing. It's going into, stage props and merch and recording time and artwork and stuff like that. Like, why pay a shitty band when I could get a shitty band for free? And that's the thing. If you don't want to play for free, don't fucking play for free. But they're saying that we're undermining their ability to get paid. Like, no, we're not. You guys, like these artists that are saying that, you know, we're undermining them if we play for free. Like, we play charity events. We've played a few of them.
Yeah, we have.
Where we're like, we don't expect to get paid. We played our friend's wedding party at Stamps. Like people had to pay to get in, and we let all the money go to him. Like, but it's not a thing. Yeah, Taylor Swift ain't crying about it exactly. But like you have to understand, like, a band that's gonna play for exposure. And I'm not saying that we do that. Like, if we're playing, yeah, I want to get paid. But I'm not getting paid personally. I'm not making money off of this at all.
Yeah.
It's all going into the band fund. But the fact is, anyone who's going to whine about how others spend their time should get another job. Right? So like, no, I would not shave for you don't, no, not happening. Anyway, but my point being, like, we're not playing every night. These artists that are making this money, that are doing this for a living, they are playing every night. They're ultra talented musicians. I'm not taking anything away from them, and I get where they're coming from with their argument. But we're not taking money out of their you know, mouth. We're not taking food off their table.
Yeah.
We are not, like, literally, if we play a gig for free, which we don't unless it's, you know, music is art or like a charity event or something like that. If we're doing this for free, we're still only playing one night a week, one night a month at you know, a lot of the time. You know, I'm not going into, you know, I'm not going and playing every single night. I'm not good enough to go play a solo show. I can't sing. Like, I can't sing, and I'm not a great guitar player. That's why I play punk rock. I would love to get out there and do that shit, but I can't. I love to just have fun, play music. And yeah, what you're doing for free in Rochester is, so I disagree. I'm not saying that they're wrong for having that opinion. I'm not calling anybody out specifically, but I personally don't see how a band, you know, like a band that, like, if a band's just starting out, a band of, like, say, teenagers, right? And they get a gig, they're not complaining about getting that gig no matter what it costs, no matter what they're getting paid. If they're getting paid nothing, they're happy to be playing. And there are bands out there that are happy to be playing. We're happy to be playing. We just would like some money to put towards future stuff.
Exactly.
So I don't think anybody, Dewey says, stop shaming everyone for wanting to play for free. I don't think anybody wants to play for free, but it's, you know, if you get an opportunity to play and it's a good opportunity and it is good exposure and you want to take that gig, I'm not begrudging you for that. I'm also not begrudging, you know, artists who are playing every night for making money and doing this for a living. I wish I could. I wish I was good enough to do it. But I'm not. And even if I was, I wouldn't be sitting here like, well, you shouldn't play for free because then I don't get paid. Like, no, you're getting paid regardless of if I'm playing for free or not. Maybe the people whining weren't gatekeeping the rest of us. I would care. Would I play at MSG for free? No. They got the money to fucking pay us. If we're big enough to play at MSG, we're not playing anything for free. We might pull a Taylor Swift and pay out, you know, $10,000 to all of our truck drivers. Like, we ain't gonna, you know, but there's gonna be money involved.
Yeah.
And for the most part, when we play, there is money involved. Sometimes there isn't. And that's, you know, I'm gonna pick and choose what, you know, if we're not getting paid, that's another, but I never ask for money when we get booked. I never ask about money. I just assume there's gonna be money. And when I first started booking bands 3, 4, 5 years ago, whatever that was, whenever I would go to a band at the end of the show, like, here's your money, they're like, we're getting paid? And now you got musicians who are like, you know, they think they're going to get they're guaranteed money every, like if you got a guarantee, great. Congratulations. I wish I was at that level. I wish we were big enough where we could walk into a bar and be like, give us $300. You know, like right now, I will take whatever the fuck we're getting paid at the end of the night off the door. It doesn't affect me because I'm not getting, because this money's going back into the band. It's going into marketing. It's going into, you know, we just got new banners. We're going to be putting out a 3-song EP. So we need artwork. We need to pay a mixer. Like, yeah, shame the venues. Exactly. And again, I'm not taking anything away from the opinion of anybody who was saying this. But I have seen some of them say, like, it's a problem in Buffalo where we're not, you know, where bands should be getting paid more. What are we going to do? Start a union? We're going to be union now? Like, so we all get paid. We all get a guarantee at the end. Like, as a promoter, I can't guarantee you shit. You bring people in the fucking door, you get money. That's what I can guarantee you. If nobody shows up for a show, like as a promoter, I have had to pay the venue because we didn't get people showing up on my fucking birthday at that. So
I remember that.
You know. I'm not reading Dennis's comment because I like Ted, but anyway, yeah, Ted's always been cool to me. So, but yeah, no, but seriously, if you're out there and you're talented enough, and Lead Uke is, if you're talented enough where you can go out and you can make money doing this for a living, I don't begrudge you at all. I am happy for you. I wish that I was at that level. I wish I was, you know, good enough to like get a guaranteed payment. Right now, I will take a cut of the door. And if it, you know, or if it's money, and music is art, I'm not expecting to get paid. It's a freaking charity putting on this thing. It's literally about showcasing music. And I saw somebody say, well, there's so many stages going on at once. Are you really showcasing music? I think so. I've been going to Music is Art ever since they moved it back to, Delaware Park a while back. And like, yeah, for me, it's about seeing bands I don't necessarily get to see often. I don't usually go to their shows. Like, I'm actually kind of bummed Jay Aquarius is playing, I think, like right before we're playing, so I won't get a chance to go see him. Green Jello playing at 9:45 p.m. Green Jello's not getting paid for this, I assume. Green Jello's a band that should be getting paid, right? I assume they're not getting paid for Music is Art, because who else is? It's a nonprofit organization. I'm not trying to take their money. It sucks that Riverworks is taking a huge cut of everything. They're taking the food revenue and drink revenue and all that. Like, that's on Riverworks. No pay, exactly. Yeah, I just for me, I don't like I said, if you're making money on this, good. But don't be like, oh, if you're, you know, don't act like bands that are up and coming and trying to make a name for themselves and trying to get exposure and literally just happy to be there. Like, don't be upset at them. Be upset at, like, you know, who's booking them over you if you're making money on this? You know? And the answer to that is people like me who can't afford to give you a guarantee. So, you know, we're all in this together, man. We're all musicians. Robbie will probably buy plane tickets or whatever to help some bands travel. Yeah. But basically no. But like, yeah, don't get mad at the bands that are up and coming and trying to do just yeah, I guess get better at promoting, right? Somebody told me that before. I was happy we got like 72 people in Tudor And this guy's like, this dude's bragging about 72 people. I'm like, I wasn't bragging about shit, man. I'm just saying that we got 72 people and then Trapped like 3 days later got like 20, you know? I can't even guarantee a barbecue and you're expecting me to pay out. Thanks, Dewey. But no, seriously, I mean, you know, don't hold it against bands that are just happy to be here and happy to be playing music and happy to just, who don't really, you know, who are just happy when they get anything.
Yeah.
You know, like, like, I went to pay a band at the end of the last Good Things event, right? And I forget what the name of the band is, but I went to pay them. Actually, before they even played, they were like, don't pay us. I'm like, really? They're like, yeah, don't pay us. Like, okay, so I sent the other bands home with like $200 each. Or like 100 and I think it was like 100 and something each. But it was like, you know, this band didn't want to get paid. I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever, you don't pay. He will spend all the money on guitars. I know, Mark. Anyway, I was hanging out with him the other day and shit his pants. I was hanging out with him the other day at the Offspring show, actually. We were talking about guitars, specifically Brian's guitars, but that's besides the point. But yeah, I don't begrudge anybody who makes a living playing music, because quite frankly, if I was any good at anything, I'd be trying to make a living playing music. But I'm not good at musical stuff. I'm good enough to be in a punk band. I'm good enough to write songs in this punk band. I'm not singing the songs in this band because I suck at singing. My voice is worse now than it was back then when I was singing, and I was terrible then. So, you know, I can't make a living playing music. Yeah, we are all connected to Mark. It's crazy. Anyway, but I can't make a living playing music. I would love to, but I can't. I'm not creative enough. Dennis says I'm way better than most people he's seen. I'm making a point here, though, that, like, I would not be able to go out and have a solo career. I would not be able to go out and just me with an acoustic guitar and sing. Like, I'm not a good singer. I could probably, you know, I could definitely go out and do some cover songs and make some money that way if I wanted to. I just, you know, nobody wants to hear me sing. Is my point. So, you know, good on those people who are good enough or recognized enough or have put the work in and put the effort in to get better and do as well as they are and get paid every single night and don't have to do anything else with their life except go and play music. Congratulations, you won the game. There's the rest of us who are still playing. And, you know, I'm not advocating going out and taking every single free gig that comes your way. Do I think I sound worse than Bob Dylan? Maybe. I don't know. I could have a solo barbecue career. Anyway, but my point being, like, I get where you're coming from, but, you know, we're all in this together. We need to, you know, maybe try and make it so everybody's getting paid more. But, yeah, I just, Bob Dylan wasn't allowed to be on radio because they had no clue. That is a true story. Had no clue what he was saying. But, yeah, I mean, good on you if you're making money doing this, but don't think that, you know, bands that are playing for, you know, like the weekend warrior bands like us who can only play on Saturday nights, you know, well, you know, during the week, because during the week we have real jobs we have to go to, you know, real jobs. And you know, I was actually reading a comment from a few years ago that Dewey had posted on one of my statuses where he said any job that pays you is a real job, right? So, you know, but like, you know, we have actual, like, traditional jobs, most of us, to go to. Can we talk about photographers demanding all the door money? Who's doing that anyway?
Yeah, who's doing that?
I mean, I've definitely paid a photographer our entire take in for a night once, but you know, that is what it is. It's part of the marketing. That's where the money was going to go anyway, right? So it was going to go to a photographer. It was going to go to an artist. It was going to go to an engineer. It was going to go to you know, printmakers in you know, whatever. That's where all our money goes to. We you know, we're not here we're literally making zero off the living brain dead. We're probably putting more money into this than we are taking in.
Yeah.
And, you know, and especially on a personal level, because we're not, you know, we are not taking money from this. It all just goes right back into the band fund. Okay, what do we need to buy? What do we need? Like right now, I you know, it would probably have been a good idea actually to take some band fund money last week and gone and bought a floor monitor for put in front of Jill for what we were working on last week. But like, yeah, you know, there's levels to this. There's that entry level where you're just happy to get the gig and you doesn't know me that I'm talking shit. Need to add to Joe's show. Yeah. Yeah, Dewey's just talking shit. Anyway, just trying to add to the conversation here. And Dewey will hug everyone and love everyone. That is absolutely true. My point being though, like, you know, there's levels. So like there's bands that are just happy to be here. There's bands like us where we're like, yeah, we're going to play and we're going to try and bring as many people as we can because we know that's how we're making money, but we're not personally making money. This is all going back into the band and going into shit like, I think we bought your drum head out of your bass drum head out of the band fund. We bought banners out of the band fund. We got to pay for an engineer for some tracks, and we got to pay for, you know, fucking artwork for the tracks, photographer for promotional shots and things like that, you know, like, so, but, you know, we're not making a living off of this. We're able to play one show a week, maybe, you know, if we're lucky. We got our next 3 shows are in September, October, and November. So people pay for the rock and the rock pays for the art. Yeah, basically. But yeah, I don't begrudge anybody that's, you know, coming up and like very surprised when they get paid, because I've definitely dealt with bands who have been around for years who, you know, I go and give them money at the end of the night and they're like, we're getting paid. And I've dealt with Robbie Takak before in my inbox in a band he managed, right? And I was like, dude, I can't give them a guarantee. He's like, oh, that's fine. Like, just pay him whatever, you know? Like, okay, cool. I don't even remember what they got off that show. But, you know, it wasn't what some of these artists who are saying that bands who are playing for free are undermining them. It wasn't anywhere close to what they're making a night. Playing these, you know, playing every single night. But, yeah. I don't know, man. I got nothing against anybody who's making money doing this, and I got nothing against anybody who's not making money doing this. We're a family, man. We're all musicians.
We all love music.
Love each other, support each other, man. Like,
exactly.
Like, I'm still like just because I'm over here booking a show where the bands are getting paid off the door, there's no guarantee. That doesn't mean that people are going to come to my show over yours.
Yeah.
Never do podcasts for free, right? Like, we get nothing off this podcast unless you guys buy merch or tip or whatever. And I get emails all the time about like, hey, do you want to sponsor Raid Shadow Legends? And I'm like, no. When you listen to podcasts for free, you take away from Joe Rogan. That's why he's the reason I'm not on Spotify anymore. I do have a Spotify account, and it's just so I can manage the Living Brain Dead page on Spotify. But like, yeah, as soon as like that the whole Neil Young controversy came up, where Neil Young was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna be on this platform if he's gonna be on it," and Spotify's like, "All right, cool, we'll take your music down." I was like, "All right, cool, I'm gonna go back over here now with YouTube," and and then I got Tidal, and yeah, that's the thing. Like, let's take on the real enemy, which is Spotify. Seriously, have you seen this chart? Tells you what the payouts are on Spotify.
No.
It is like 0.0001 per stream. Per stream. That's how much money you make, is like 1/100th of a cent. It's ridiculous. Tidal actually pays more to artists. And I think it's, it's like 3 times as much or something. But nobody's on Tidal, so you don't make any fucking money. I have Tidal. We're playing all the bands today off of Tidal. But like, I was talking to somebody the other day, they actually posted this chart, and Tidal wasn't on the chart, and I looked it up. I'm like, this is how much Tidal pays. And I was like, but nobody uses Tidal but me. And they're like, oh, I'm going to start using Tidal now. So, but yeah, that's, you want to complain about it, then, tackle the real enemies, fucking Spotify, who's, you're making them money, but they're not paying you shit for it. But yeah, anyway, Kanye West owns Tidal. I don't, is that true? I don't know. Anyway, it's what I need to do this shit though, my DJ stuff. So, anyway, we got another, actually, I didn't even like pull up a specific event for this band because they are playing literally all this week. They're playing Friday night at Jackrabbit at 10 p.m. At the Griffin Brewery and Gastropub in Lewiston, Saturday at 7. And then next Wednesday with special guests Helium Bubble at Larkin Square at 5 p.m. The band is called FARROW. They're actually a pretty amazing band. So if you have one of those days where you could go check them out, Friday at Jackrabbit, Saturday in Lewiston at the Griffin Brewery and Gastropub, and next Wednesday at Larkin Square, where Grosh is right now. If you're out and about and you want to go find a live show, Grosh is actually playing there right now.
Oh, really?
And we're going to play a song from FARROW right now. This song is called The Creek on All WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
Comes up, will somebody put some gas in my truck? I said shake not, break not, and go not down. The water goes down and the water comes up, will somebody put some blood in my cup? I said your mama gon' roll and your daddy gon' rock. There ain't no boat safe past the dock. The rocks are singing if God is willing. The creek don't rise, the creek don't rise. Comes up, will somebody put some love in my cup? I said quake not, break not, and go not down. The water goes down and the water comes up, will somebody put some hope in my cup? I said your mama gon' roll and your daddy gon' rock. There ain't no boat safe past the dock. The rocks are singing if God is willing. The creek don't rise. Your mama gon' roll and your daddy gon' rock. There ain't no boat safe past the dock. The rocks are singing if God is willing. The creek don't rise. The creek don't rise. The creek don't rise. The water's on fire, the water's on fire. 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 It's on fire. The water's on fire. The water's on fire. The water's on fire, the water's on fire.
That was FARROW on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. John's been in his seat the whole time. FARROW, yeah, cool band, man.
Oh yeah.
Played them a few weeks ago. Yeah, but here, this is the weird thing, man. Like, I pulled up events, and I went straight to music, and I put in the dates I'm looking for, and I put Buffalo, New York, and it didn't show me shit. It showed me like 3 FARROW shows, and that was it. I'm like, what the fuck? I know other bands are playing, right? So I like ended up going to like each individual venue and like, you know, on their Facebook pages and just clicking their events page, like who's like, is somebody playing this weekend at your venue? Like I want to find bands to play on the show. So Facebook's algorithm is being pretty shitty as far as showing me events. So if you're in a band, you're watching the show, you want us to plug your show and play your song, let us know the Wednesday before, and we'll make sure it gets, we'll definitely throw you into consideration. So, you know, it's sometimes I forget, so pretty bad at remembering shit sometimes. Dewey says bands should play for free so venues can buy another mic. We usually bring our own mics, and we went to do Music is Art last year, and we brought our own mics because COVID, man. We were worried about it. You know, it was still a thing back. It's still a thing now. It's just not as prevalent. So we brought our own mics to Music is Art last year, and I went to go. I'm like, the guy's like, "What's wrong with my mics?" And he said it like really angrily. So I'm like, nothing. Okay, we'll just use these. It's cool. So yeah, not bringing our own mics to Music is Art this year. Nope. Probably bring them to Tudor and probably bring them to Evening Star, but I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. We used Evening Star's mics like before COVID, like right before COVID, like literally the day before everything shut down. When we played there with Head PE, Brian's last show. Yeah. October 13th, we're back at Evening Star. We're with XM Priory and one more band to be announced.
Yeah, it's gonna feel weird playing that stage.
I know, man. First time since Brian passed.
Yeah.
So, you know, it'll be all right though. We got the whole stage this time. We don't have it. We're not. There's nothing gonna be backline behind us. So we actually have the whole stage.
That's good.
Yeah.
Off the jump stage.
Joe and I will be able to move around, man.
I mean, you and Brian did. You know that
we did a little bit, but we still had to kind of like squeeze around Katie. Like now we've got all the room on the stage. We are golden. I am looking forward to playing that stage with like, you know, not having a back line to worry about.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a good time. I can't
Definitely
wait.
Is.
Can't wait. And then getting to play in November with Shambles.
Finally.
And you never saw Mainbreaker, I don't think, but I saw them with Virus X and BastardBastardBastard. And I was like, yo, this band's I'm pretty sure I texted Karina like a video of them playing, like, yo, this is a band we should book. So I went ahead and booked them.
Fuck Shambles.
Fuck Shambles. But yeah, I got to hang out with Ryan the other night at the Offspring show. Watched all of Sum 41 set with him. I was hanging out with Sam, Wasted Reject. I was hanging out with him. And then I bounced after, before the end of Simple Plan, I bounced. I went over and I was hanging out with Mark Lee, who Dewey was referencing in the chat earlier. Hung out with him for the rest of Simple Plan, and then I was like, all right, I'm going to go find my other buddy, and then headed over to where Ryan was and watched all of Sum 41 with him, and then went back over to the people I was with for Offspring. So it was the Offspring still put on a fun show, but like, man, I don't know if just Dexter was having an off night or what, but he did not sound great.
I mean, look at the Motley Crue.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Vince Neil.
he still sounded better than Vince Neil. No, you know what it sounded like was like he sounded like he blew out his voice. It sounded like me when I was in ThinkSo brain and like couldn't hear myself, you know, and I would blow out my fucking voice and I'd be struggling to hit notes. And like that's what it really felt like, but it was still a really fun show, so you know. Go see him, I guess, if you get the chance, but hopefully Dexter sounds a little better. I literally texted Ryan. I'm like, dude, I'm so glad I've seen The Offspring before. He's like, yeah, me too. The Offspring ended with Self-Esteem, which is a song that contains the lyric, then I wonder why she sleeps with my friends. And then after they finished playing over the PA, they played the song that my ex-wife was named after. How ironic. Anyway.
I totally forgot they were playing that night when I was there.
Yeah, when I found out you guys were there, I'm like, why are you guys here and you didn't come to the show? But now you said you had the kids, so yeah, understandable. I didn't even wear earplugs. I was so far back on the lawn, like, didn't need them.
Did it end up raining at all?
No. It was actually pretty nice out. Nice little breeze. Wasn't too hot. Yeah, it was okay, man.
So weird. I haven't been there since Warped Tour.
Dude, that was the last like concert I've been there for was the last Warped Tour. And before that was like Warped Tour 2 years before that. And before that was No Doubt in Paramore?
No Doubt in Paramore?
Yeah.
Nice.
Funny enough, so I actually my friend Amanda was at the show and she shot me a message. She's like, "Hey, we have an extra ticket in 405 if you want to come sit with us." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm here with people. So I can't really ditch them." Mm-hmm. And also, like, I'm planning to meet up with people, so I can't really be stuck in a seat. So I was like, thanks for the offer, I can't. And Amanda and I met, we were working the Fanscape booth at the 2005 Warped Tour, which the Offspring mentioned on the show. They were like, yeah, the last time we played this place was like 2005 Warped Tour. And so I text my friend Amanda back. I'm like, are you also getting flashbacks of a terrible thunderstorm and us having to tear down the Fanscape booth before Avenged Sevenfold went on? She's like, yup.
Because I feel like music is art's like the new Warped Tour for us.
For sure, man. Like, it's an all-day festival, man. Like, it's so much, it's just a fun day. It's a good time.
And to be part of it.
And we get to be a part of it every year now. And then it's just...
It's our second year.
Yeah, our second year now. Technically my third, because I did play a Yellow Sauce set there.
It's to be Jill's first.
Jill's first. Joe's second, I think, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, it's always been a good time, a good, just get to walk around and see all these bands. And I know somebody, like I said in the last segment, somebody said, oh, do you really get to, see new bands? Like, yeah, you do.
You do.
Honestly, like we saw some bands last year when we were walking around and just like, yo, let me stop and watch this band. Like they're pretty good.
I didn't know there was like silent disco. I was like, what the hell is this?
Silent disco, yeah. My buddy Onyx is playing, I think, like just after us or just before us or something at the silent disco. So
We have to go catch them.
might go catch him. Maybe we'll find that cute girl with the hula hoop. Just last year at Music is Art, I'm upstairs at the silent disco. John's looking for me. I see him come up. I'm like, dude, look for the cute girl with the LED hula hoop. I'm right by her. And John still couldn't find me.
No, I couldn't find you. The only thing I could tell was the DJ.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was, you know.
Then you take your headphones off. It's like, what are these people dancing to?
You take the headphones off and it's literally silent. Everybody's just dancing. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's fun. I do want to see as many DJs as I can between now and November because I have that November 25th MTV era DJ set going on. So kind of want to check out some of those. There's like emo night this weekend. I kind of want to go.
Emo night?
Emo night. I kind of want to go. I think it's this weekend. Let me make sure.
No, I'm so fucking down.
Because I'm pretty sure it's got my boys, the Zach Street Boys, playing. And I haven't seen Zach in a minute, so it would be great to kind of get to go see them. So, like, the emo night that's going on this weekend is not like a DJ. So it's not quite what I'm looking for, but it is also like...
Like a live band?
It's a live band. I think the Zach Street Boys are playing. Let me see. That's me. That's the one that just passed. An emo night 419. No, where the hell is it? Oh, this is the one. Take Off Your Pants and Jack Daniels It, featuring Zach Street Boys performing your favorite emo music from the early 2000s and beyond. Saturday, August 26th at Stamps the Bar, Buffalo, New York. Tickets and info at ftmpevents.com. Like, I'm pretty sure if I just texted Greg, like, yo, I want to check out this emo night. Is that cool? Can I come? He'd be like, yeah, okay. He didn't, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but he didn't charge me to go to Green Jello that night.
No, dude. He did it?
I walked in the door, like you and I, like we were hanging out, we went and saw Grosh. Yeah. And then I walked with you and Jill. We walked around the marina and shit, just kind of, kind of a band walk and, hang out kind of deal, and walked you back to like, Mohawk Street. Mm-hmm. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go check out Green Jello. And I walk in the door and I'm like, I got my wallet out, I got my ID out. I know it's like $20 to get in. I'm like,
yeah.
Greg's working the door and Greg's like, yeah, he'll take your ID. I'm like, yeah, what is it? What's the cover? He's like, he'll take your ID. I'm like, it's $20. He'll take your ID. Like, gotcha. Okay, cool. So I got to literally just stroll into Mohawk Place and I saw 13 Dead Canaries. And I saw Green Jello. And Green Jello just played like super late. Like I literally was like, I gotta leave to catch this bus. So see you guys later.
That's so cool about Greg.
I love Greg. Greg's great. But yeah, it's
good guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Apparently he was working security at Darien Lake the other night. I didn't see him.
Really? Yeah,
apparently Leland told me he saw him. I saw Leland and Marissa too. I saw everybody, man. I was happy. I was happy to get to see everybody. I was literally standing with Sam and Katie, and this girl turns around. She goes, "Are you Joe?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, I thought this looked like the dude who commented on my post saying that he was here." Like, yeah, that's me. We've been Facebook friends forever. Like, hi, how you doing? So, But yeah, if anybody ever sees me out. Actually, I saw another friend that I hadn't seen in like 20 years at that show. He came up to me. He's telling me he got arrested on the way to the show. He got pulled over. He didn't get arrested. He was driving with a suspended license, but the license shouldn't be suspended. But they basically like gave him a couple of tickets and impounded his car and drove him to the show. The cops drove him to the show. He's like, I don't know how I'm getting home. He's like, but at least I got money. So if I need to Uber home, and I'm not gonna offer you a spot in the car because I don't think there is a spot in the car, the van, because we're in a wheelchair van. Mm-hmm. I'm in the back seat. My neighbor is driving, and her boyfriend in his wheelchair there's no front seat. That's where he's sitting, and the straps are going across the back. So there's literally nowhere for anybody else to sit. So I couldn't offer him a ride. I felt bad for him, but he's like, he's like, yeah, at least I got some money, so I can just Uber if I really need to. I'll figure it's just like when I was 20, except I don't have to walk home. Like, yeah, it's cool. And the only reason I am like 100% positive I know who the guy was is because he mentioned my ex-wife by name, my kid's mom. And I was like, okay, that's definitely Andy. Like, but I did turn to Sam right after he walked away. I'm like, I don't know who that was.
I'm surprised I wasn't there. I would have went.
Yeah. I thought about going to Newfound Glory the next night.
Oh my God, I missed that starting line. Like, oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was coming here. It was too late. It was like, fuck.
Yeah, my buddy Mark, I was talking to him at the show, and he goes, yeah, man, the starting line's in town. I was gonna bring him to the show, but they just wanted to go to sleep.
I thought they broke. I mean, they did break up.
A lot of these bands that are coming to town
now
broke
they're
up.
back together.
Like Sum 41's talking about next year's their last tour or whatever, right? Their last album, their last tour. This might be the last time some of you see us. Like, yeah, the last time some of us see you until you need money in 5 years.
They're not gonna break up. They're gonna come back.
That's the thing. All these pop punk bands break up, and then you see them again 10 years later. Mest is coming to town. I was at Mest's last tour. They're coming to town.
I mean, it's a whole different band.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's the same singer, but he's got different members.
Gotcha. Okay. See, I wouldn't know that, though. I would just go and be like, yeah, Mest.
Because he owns the name.
Right,
I
right.
think.
Right. We were talking about, I've had a lot of conversations about the band Live and Ed Kowalczyk.
Oh.
And Ed Kowalczyk, my joke is that every time I see a person who was in Fight Club play live, they suck. You saw Live. You were at that Guns N' Roses show. You know they suck.
Oh, yeah.
They're terrible, dude. Like, I like that band. They were fucking terrible live.
Yeah, they could have picked a better opener.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. That was just I don't know what the fuck, like, he wasn't singing in time, and it's like, why do you have two drummers? Like, what the fuck? And then, like, every time I've seen 30 Seconds to Mars, they've sucked.
I almost went to jail at a Guns N' Roses show.
You almost went to jail at a Guns N' Roses show?
Yeah, when they came to the Bill Stadium.
Yeah?
Because the guy sitting next to me and DJ, I don't know if you remember DJ. No, I don't think you met him yet.
Yeah.
But my buddy and this guy sitting next to us was smoking weed, and the cops thought we were with them.
Ah, okay. You told me that before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're kicking our feet like we're not even with them. Then he gets out. He goes to jail. We're fine. So it was like, it's like we had nothing to do with that guy.
And now smoking weed is legal.
Yes.
I don't know if you could do it in the stadium without
Probably
getting kicked out.
Probably not, because
if you get caught,
Yeah, and then now they stop when you like drinks. Now they take the cap off.
Yeah.
But the Guns N' Roses show, you were getting drinks with the cap on, and people are throwing their water bottles everywhere. And then the next time we go to an event, now you gotta take the cap off the pop bottle.
Yep.
Because of that shit.
Yeah. We were talking about some of those old Warped Tours, man. Some of those some of those days that were just really, really hot. Did you ever, like, I know you're a little bit younger than me. Did you ever get to go to the LaSalle Park Warped Tours?
No.
So you've only been to the Darien Lake ones?
My first one was 2008.
Okay. I pretty much had stopped going by then. But anyway, these LaSalle Parks, so like Darien Lake, you could go there's water fountains.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay for water. And also, like, Warped Tour as a whole has now started, like, had in later years, started actually offering water, for free, basically. They would make sure that you could get water. In those early days, right? Back in 99, 2000, those early Warped Tours that I would go to back in the LaSalle Park days, there wasn't a water fountain at LaSalle Park. And there was not... there was not like a free water thing. You had to buy the water, whatever the fuck it cost in the venue, which, back then, we're kids. We don't fucking have money. I mean, we had jobs at the time, but we didn't have money,
What year was that?
99, 2000, 2001, like just for a few years there before they moved to Darien Lake. But some of these days would be just so hot that like the fire department would have to come out and turn the hose on. Which was just amazing because you just go run over under the fucking fire hose. You're playing in fucking mud. People are mud wrestling and shit. It was crazy. It was insane.
You remember like who was playing those years?
First year, I'll tell you the 5 bands I went and actually saw because it was so hot we didn't see a lot of bands. We were like kind of trying to find shelter most of the time. The 5 bands I saw on my first Warped Tour were Seven Dust, Suicidal Tendencies, Eminem, The Living End, and Blink-182.
Oh, shit.
In 1999. That was just off Enema of the State.
Suicidal?
Suicidal.
Damn.
Yeah, but back then I didn't know, the only song I knew by Suicidal was Institutionalized. And they didn't play it. So I'm like, damn, like, they didn't play the one song I know, and now, like, I would kill to see Suicidal. I fucking love that band. But yeah, I mean, and then like, some of the other warps, they all kind of blur. Like, I don't remember a lot of these. So like, Papa Roach was on one, and fucking MXPX were on a bunch of them, and No Effects, and fucking I've seen what was the band that was just here the other night? Fucking Newfound Glory. I've seen them a bunch of times on Warped Tour. I saw Steve Caballero, who's one of the pro skaters and Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I saw him play with MXPX, play guitar, like on a song. Back then, they used to have like skate ramps and shit.
Yeah, like 2010, I think it was. MXPX. Well, it was just a singer. He did acoustic set inside a tent.
Yeah. But like other bands that were on some of these shows were like Pennywise and Save Ferris, and all these bands I didn't fucking appreciate until recently.
Motion City Soundtrack.
I don't know if I've ever seen them. There was one Warped Tour. It was the only time I ever did Ecstasy. Was it Warped Tour? Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure it was Warped Tour. Yeah, I did it one time. And the only thing I remember from this Warped Tour is seeing Rancid from the line to get Alien Ant Farm's autograph.
Really?
Yeah. That's the one thing I remember that, and I remember it was so hot. I could have just been fucking on drugs and imagining this, but other people saw it too, so I don't think that's the case. It was so hot, my friend Tom is sitting there, and again, this is LaSalle Park, right? So this is like, you can't get free water. Mm-hmm. My friend Tom is sitting there, and he is sweating, and the sweat is evaporating off of him, and you can see the steam coming off of his head. That's how fucking hot those LaSalle Park shows were. And I think they let us get some ice out of the fucking, where they were keeping the water, but like, it was nuts.
Was it a lot better when they moved to Darien Lake?
Kinda, because you had places you could go to get out of the sun, and you could get free water. Because you could go to the water fountains, and then later they added in, like, we're giving free water to people, like, so, by those last couple of Warped Tours, yeah, it was fucking great at Darien Lake. The only problem was getting to Darien Lake.
True.
So, like, I was talking about 2005, where The Offspring played, and I worked the Fanscape booth there. I took a fucking cab there from downtown Buffalo. I got a ride home with some people, which was cool. I found some people. I'm like, yo, you guys want to give me a ride home? Because I was soaked. I didn't want to call another cab because it fucking poured. We had to tear down this booth. I remember we were like, we were supposed to be at the booth when The Offspring played because there was a band signing. And then we got back to the booth and they're like, we got enough people, you guys can go. Like, all right, cool. So we went and saw the rest of the Offspring show. Fall Out Boy was on that one.
Yeah, I remember every Warped Tour people.
A7X was on that.
I usually remember at Warped Tour, my friends losing me a lot. So I used to wonder.
Oh yeah, man! I was difficult to keep track of at Warped and Edge Fests.
I want a T-shirt
and stuff. We're going to talk about Sum 41 and my experience with them at Edge Fest and Warped Tour when we come back. But before we get to that, we got to talk about the Glam Vamps Go Hardcore. We are so excited to announce the full lineup for our Glam Vamps Go Hardcore show happening Saturday, August 26th at Mohawk Place, starting at 8 p.m. Doors at 7 p.m. The lineup for the night is Iron Fist, BastardBastardBastard, STCLVR from Jamestown, and the Glam Vamps from 10:30 to the end of the night. The Glam Vamps are burlesque performers, and so we got a choice on Saturday, John. Do we want to go to emo night or do we want to go see hot burlesque dancers with friends of ours playing with them? Because obviously we're friends with BastardBastardBastard, right? So at least Leland. So I mean, Brandon is cool, I guess. I love those guys. I do. They're I love hanging out and talking to those guys. They're a good time. But this is BastardBastardBastard, and this song is called Premature Evacuation on all WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show. Bastard on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show. That song called Premature Evacuation. You can catch them Saturday night at Mohawk Place with the Glam Vamps. I was just telling you, one of the girls being featured in the burlesque set on Saturday night. She's a funeral director, an actual got her license and everything. Funeral director, drives a hearse. It's fucking crazy. Anyway. Yeah, we were talking about Warped Tour and stuff before the break, and I was talking about Sum 41, right? I saw Sum 41 the other night. It was my fifth time seeing Sum 41. Fifth time seeing Sum 41. The first time was at Edgefest, right? And it was right before All Killer No Filler came out, right? The album that's got Fat Lip and In Too Deep and like all those other big songs they had.
Yeah.
We walked into LaSalle Park. There was a stage. There was a band setting up on the stage. There was nobody at that stage. We went, sat right down, literally sat down right in front of the guardrail, sitting there like this, just watching this band. Hey guys, we're Sum 41. Month or two later, they come back through on Warped Tour. Can't get anywhere near that stage. They released Fat Lip. It was over, man. You couldn't get anywhere near them. They were fucking huge. They blew the fuck up in that week or two between shows. Like, it was unbelievable because it was like, you know, you see them, they're playing the half hour of Power stuff. And then, like, the next thing you know, they're like on MTV. They've got Fat Lip. Everybody loves this song. They're on Warped Tour. You can't get near them. Insane. And then I saw them later. I saw them with Hawthorne Heights and Unwritten Law at what's now Town Ballroom. I think it was Sphere back then. And then I saw them at Warped Tour, not the last one, but a couple of years before that. There was this one stage that like all the bands were playing on, like Sum 41, Real Big Fish, Less Than Jake, like all these bands on one stage. It's like, why? It's like our stage at fucking Music is Art. Why would you go anywhere else? All the good bands are here. Not saying that there aren't good bands anywhere else besides our stage, but
I was watching some past the Less Than Jake shows. I didn't know Chris had long hair back then.
Yeah, man. I just, it's one of those things where like, I really wish I knew more about them back then and paid more attention. Because I would have seen them a shit ton more than I probably have.
They used to have a girl in the band who used to do trumpet.
Yeah. I know they were on a lot of these Warped Tours that I went to, and I just don't know if I've ever actually like went to see them. Paid attention to them, right, exactly. Because it's like, you know, I kind of knew who I wanted to see that first Warped Tour. Because I wasn't familiar with a lot of the bands at the time. And now I'm like, why the fuck didn't I go see Pennywise? Pennywise played that 1999 Warped Tour. Why didn't I go see him? I got a sticker somewhere. I don't know if I still have it, but I got a sticker that had the Pennywise logo on it. I'm like, why didn't I go see this band?
I don't know why I didn't went sooner.
That's just it, man. Like, I started going to concerts in 1997. My first Warped Tour was 1999. And those LaSalle Park days, man, like, there's something about them like that Darien Lake just couldn't fucking replicate, you know, like it's the same show and it's the same promoter and like, but like, it's just, there was something that just could not capture that magic, man.
It crushed everybody when they were going to stop doing it.
Yeah.
They were only going to do like small states, small places.
They were going to do like one a year or something, you know, just one-offs kind of like,
yeah.
And then they did like a cruise. And they did like a one-off, and then they haven't done anything since. But there's rumors that Kevin Lyman is like, nah, you know what? I'm bored. Let's get back to this. So who knows?
Maybe Warped Tour might make a comeback one day.
Maybe I would love to see it because like
I'd love to be a part of it.
Oh, I'd love to. Brian got to play Warped Tour once.
Lucky bastard.
I got to work a couple of Warped Tours. My second one that I went to at Darien Lake, the 2005 Warped Tour. I worked the Fanscape booth. I was volunteering, which ended up really sucking when there was a thunderstorm and we had to tear down the booth in the pouring rain. And then the last Warped Tour, we did an all-day, all-WNY broadcast. Me and Ryan Gurnett and Karina did an all-day, all-WNY broadcast. They actually put us on the fucking speakers in between bands. So like cool. people could hear us doing our live broadcast, so we were, you know, able to bring people over, and we were playing games with people and shit. Like, Karina was doing like Warped Tour bingo, or Warped Tour, you know, something like that. So she had all these like index cards, and she just had this shit all written on these cards. Like, let's see if we can find a girl who's here in not the outfit she came in, you know, outfit her parents didn't let her leave the house in, you know, like, you know, or like, you know, shit-faced lead singer. Hey, look, it's Ian from Cardboard Homestead. And like, you know, they're cool with our friends in the Riot Squad.
Yeah.
And one of them was talking about Ian. And I'm like, well, this is why. And I sent her the picture of Ian with the index card that says shit-faced lead singer. But yeah, and then, you know, we had games like Ryan Gurnett did Gibberish or Anthony Kiedis. So he's reading Red Hot Chili Peppers lyrics or gibberish. And you have to pick whether it's gibberish or an actual Red Hot Chili Pepper lyric, which was a great one. Or like taller than Tom Cruise. He names a celebrity. You have to say if they're taller or shorter than Tom Cruise. So we were just doing all this fun shit all day, man. Just at that last Warped Tour. And like
I can't believe they had a band Guar play Warped Tour.
Yeah. I've never seen Guar, man.
No?
No.
I always wanted to see them.
Next time they're coming, we're gotta go, man. Everybody's always telling me I gotta see them, and I've never seen them. I've been literally for 25 years now. People have been telling me I need to see Guar, and I have not seen them yet. So yeah, let's make that fucking happen next time they come.
They cover with blood and all that.
Yeah,
shit.
man. Blood if we're lucky.
That's what they're known for.
Yeah, I know, but yeah. Now, everybody, for 25 years, people have been telling, oh, man, you got to come see Guar with me. And then just, it never happens.
We're going to do it.
All right, cool.
We're going to make it happen.
We're going to go see Guar next time they come. I'm still bummed I missed out on fucking Oakley Dokley.
Oakley Dokley?
Oakley Dokley. They were a heavy metal band where every single lyric was a Ned Flanders quote. And I never got to see them. I know Dewey has, and Max Sabbath too. Like I think Max Sabbath's still around, so I'd like to see Max Sabbath at some point. They're a McDonald's themed Black Sabbath tribute band.
Yeah. This chat died.
Yeah, it did. There's nobody. Dewey left, and everybody got quiet.
Everybody's gone.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody got quiet. It's all good. We're having a good conversation though, because we're talking about Warped Tour and shit. Which, you know, this would be around the time we'd go to Warped Tour. Is this, you know, this month, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, just the amazing, you know, difference between Sum 41 at Edge Fest, where you could walk in and literally sit in front of the stage and watch them, and like Warped Tour a month later, where you couldn't get anywhere near that stage because they were one of the hottest bands on the planet. Like, and the same thing happened with like Papa Roach, not necessarily in a sense of like I saw them before they got famous, but like they were on Warped Tour and then they put out Last Resort.
Yeah.
And like they went from like they're playing at 12:30 in the afternoon when everybody's just walking in to like they're playing at like, you know, 8:30 at night when everybody's already there because everybody wants to see them. And I got to see them on that Warped Tour and also in Edge Fest that year. I seen them 3 times before I ever even owned Infest. So I knew every single word of every single song on Infest before I ever owned the album. And I've only seen them once since they've released any more albums, and that was right after Love, Hate, Tragedy came out. And I saw them with Eminem and Ludacris. Got Papa Roach right here somewhere. R-O-P. Somewhere over here's Papa Roach. There's Pearl Jam, Pantera. Papa Roach. Yeah, I saw this album basically played in its entirety 3 times before they ever had a second record. Because they kept playing Warped Tours and Edge Fests, man. So, and it was like, yo, Papa Roach is playing over here. Let's go see Papa Roach.
They're still killing it to this day.
Yeah, I would love to see him again. I've been seeing a lot of their videos that they post on fucking Instagram and shit. It's like, yo, I gotta see this band again. And what's great is now I know I can get to. My lights just started spazzing out. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what happened. Anyway, yeah, but like, And now I know I could get to like Syracuse and shit in like 2 hours, which is amazing. Like, shit, I'll hop a train and go see bands in Syracuse. Fuck. That was a pleasant fucking 2 hours getting there too. It's just like, you know, smooth ride. You don't stop except at like, you know, Rochester. And Rochester's only an hour away on the train. Like, fuck, man. I'll definitely go to Rochester, Syracuse for shows now. I am totally up for that.
Yeah, we took a bus. Let's take a train now.
Yeah, train ain't so bad, man. I'm telling you. I was not disappointed in that ride until I got to Amsterdam and we couldn't go any further because fucking cargo train derailed ahead of where we were. But like, you know, that's not an everyday occurrence. So it's, you know, I don't put any blame on Amtrak for any of that. They didn't ruin my, you know, it sucked having to sit in Amsterdam for 2 hours waiting for a fucking bus. And then the hour-long bus ride to Albany, and then waiting on the train for an hour while we were waiting for all the buses to get there. Like, that all sucked. But like, you know, the trip, you know, for the most part, you know, it wasn't Amtrak's fault. There was nothing they could do about it. Like, they did the best they could. It sucked that they called me while Metallica was playing the night before I was coming home to tell me, hey, your train's canceled. Give us a call and we'll discuss options. Like, I'm not leaving the fucking show to go call you to figure out my options to get home. If I'm stuck in New York, I'm stuck in fucking New York. But I was hoping not to be stuck in New York. I had to take a bus home and that kind of sucked, but train was not bad. Definitely was not bad.
Had to get a working car, probably can get you. So I wouldn't pass up going to New York.
Right? Yeah. Nah, man. But I mean, a 2-hour train ride to Syracuse, it's a 3-hour drive. Like, that's a no-brainer. Like, just take the train in, fucking Uber or bus or whatever the fuck. Because when you get to Syracuse, the bus station and the train station are the same building. My friends in Syracuse were like, oh, man, you're in Syracuse? You didn't tell us? Like, I was in Syracuse for 5 minutes while they were letting people on the train. Like, it's not like Greyhound where they're going to stop for like half an hour to take a break and I can be like, yo, you want to come hang out at the bus station for half an hour? But yeah, like, I would definitely go see Papa Roach again. I kind of fell off after like Getting Away with Murder, like that album. But like, I definitely have heard some of the newest stuff and it's like, yo, these guys are still really good. I'd still like to see them again. But getting to see them 3 times in the span of a year, playing basically in Fest in its entirety, the only song out of order being Last Resort, which they would play last, obviously. Yeah. You know, but like, you knew all the fucking words to all the songs because you've seen him so many times.
Exactly.
And actually, I remember when Brian actually got this record in Fest, and he was like, oh, man, there's this song on it. It's, you know, what the fuck is the name of the song? He's like, oh, there's this song on it I never heard before. And the song is called, oh, shit, it's not even listed on here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Nope. Where is it? Okay, no, it's not listed on here. But there was a song on this record at the end of the record, and Brian's like, oh, I never heard this song before. I'm like, I have. My mom bought me the clean version, and that was the song that replaced Blood Brothers. Or whatever the fuck song was in Tony Hawk, right? Like, but I also had the uncensored version of that. It's weird because there's so much swearing in that song. And they put it on the clean version, not the regular album, the parental advisory one. But it was also on MTV Return of the Rock Volume 2. So I had the uncensored version anyway of that particular song. It's censored on this record. The rest of the album's uncensored. Brian's like, I never heard this song and I never heard this song. And the other song was Tightrope, right? And I'm like, dude, that's because you just turned the album off after this. You didn't let the last track play out. Because that song, Tightrope, was the bonus track on the CD. If you know, for those of you that remember CDs and bonus tracks and having to sit there for 10 minutes after the album's over, and then all of a sudden more music starts playing. That was the bonus track on Infest was Tightrope, which was you know, so like I was glad Brian got to hear it because it was like, dude, that's one of my favorite fucking Papa Roach songs is Tightrope. I never, but when I got this record, it was the first time I ever heard it uncensored. Because my mom bought me the clean version. I think inadvertently.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to listen to bands like that had swearing in it, so they get the clean version.
I had to get clean. So what's the most ridiculous clean version you've ever owned?
Oof. Oh my god.
Because I have an experience. It's not my experience, but it's one of my best friends. Of the most ridiculous clean album I've ever heard. Like, as far as how they went about cleaning up the album. But what's the most ridiculous, like either like it's an album that like you really don't want to hear censored, or an album that like they did a terrible job censoring it. Like give me an idea. What are we talking about here?
Limp Bizkit.
Okay. Which album?
The one with Noogie.
So Significant Other, yeah, okay.
And then Eminem.
Eminem would be terrible to have the clean version.
Yeah. His first album came out with.
Yeah. So my friend Turtle, when we were in high school, somebody bought him for his birthday or Christmas or something, bought him Metallica's Garage Inc. And now that album does not have a lot of swearing on it, but there is one song called So What? And there is a lot of swearing in that one song. And the way that they chose to censor this song was by actually using bleeps like so. Literally, so it would be like, you know, the song starts with the line "so fucking what," so you start the song and it's just so what, like, and it's just like it does that through the whole song. Like every single swear word in the whole song is just bleeped, like literally bleeped.
Was it their first album or no?
No. Garage Inc. So the song "So What" was originally by Anti-Nowhere League, and it was a B-side. Metallica's cover was a B-side to one of the songs from the Black Album.
Okay.
It's actually the song where James blew out his voice recording it, and that's why now to this day they play Half a Step Down on every song. It was because James blew out his voice doing the Black Album, and I'm pretty sure that was the cover. It was either that or the Queen cover of Stone Cold Crazy, but he blew his voice out on one of those covers. But so that song was originally like a B-side to one of the Black Album songs. And then they released a compilation of all the covers they had done so far, along with a second disc of new covers, and that was Garage Inc. That came out between Reload and Saint Anger. So it was still Jason Newsted. It was Jason's technically last album with the band. He was on S&M, and then he left shortly thereafter and before Saint Anger. So, but yeah, that was just ridiculous that, you know, like in the sense of like, why are they using bleeps instead of just removing the words? Or, you know, and I guess part of that is probably that the song was recorded in 1991. Maybe they didn't have the masters. I don't know. I don't have an explanation for why they would have actually used bleeps. But yeah, I had a few. I had Real Big Fish, Turn the Radio Off. I had the clean version. And I bought that. I didn't realize it was the clean version. Until I got home, and it's like, you know, they're censoring all the swear words. It's like, oh, oops. Took me years to hear those songs uncensored, because back then you didn't have streaming or like really illegal downloading. So, you know.
Yeah.
To hear studio versions of those uncensored, I should say, because I've seen Real Big Fish so many damn times. But yeah, man, it's just... Ooh, we should get out of here. This is a long song that we're ending on. All right, so we've got a show coming up in Rochester. This one is. It's Ace of Wands, a dream rock band from Toronto, formed around Lee Rose in 2017. Ace of Wands, they're coming to the Bug Jar with Bad Bloom and the Dirty Pennies. And this actually, the Dirty Pennies actually reached out to me earlier. They said, "Are you playing our newest song?" I said, "Which one's that?" They said, "Head Open." I said, "Yeah, actually, that's the one I have programmed, so I don't have to change anything. We're good." I mean, I would have changed it anyway. I said, as long as you got it on streaming, it's no problem. And they said our newest song is called Head Open. And I already had it programmed. So I'm like, perfect, guys. We're going to play that one. So this is a bit of a long one here, so stick around for it. This is the Dirty Pennies, the song called Head Open. Catch them at Bug Jar this Friday night. And that's $10 advance, $12 at the door, and 21 plus. If you're 18 to 20, you can get in with an advance ticket available until 12:30 the day of the show at bugjar.com. This is the Dirty Pennies. Head Open. All WNY ThinkSoJoE show. We'll see you next week.